guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you for joining, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for the love of my previous videos. Thank you for subscribing, for sharing my video. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 1,000. Let's go. So this video is about my immigration story, how I found my school. Not that I found my school, but I shall be showing you guys how I find my school. Will I show you? Well, I'll tell you how to find school, because during this journey, researching is your best friend. Nobody can do your research for you, so you have to do a lot of research. Me, I did so many to gain admission, how to apply for visa, the documents you need for visa application. I will throw like more light on that, especially. So if you are here for this kind of content, keep watching. So I asked you guys to ask me question on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me, because I don't know, I might put some things there that you might want to see. Anyways, I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram, and I will be answering those questions relating to this video. The other ones are unrelated. I will do a separate video for it, because I don't want everything to be disorganized. So first of all, how to find a school. It's not just any school. You have to consider your pockets, the tuition fee. It's not like you say, okay, my friend is here, then you now start looking for to go to that school. You have to like consider your pockets. You have to consider the tuition. Then you have to check if it's a designated learning institution. I'll post like 2 websites where you can find good schools related. You can find your own course that you want to study. I'll post 2 websites on my description box. Anyways, let's get right into this part. So how to apply to schools. Not just how to apply. Before you apply, you've already done your research. You check for the tuition fee, check for living expenses in that town, minimum wage. Minimum wage is what they pay you per hour, the amount they pay you if you are planning to work there as a student, because you have like 20 hours. Oh god, I'm explaining too much. Let me just focus. I can do another video on that one. So let me just focus on the questions you guys asked for this particular video. We can do a video to explain the other things later. So I have my laptop here and the questions are here. We'll be answering it. So first of all, how to find schools. I already put like 2 websites where you can search for a designated learning institution. So you go on that website, you search for your course, then you can see list of schools offering your course. You can pick from there. You can do more research on the school, the tuition. If it's in your budget, then you apply for it. Application would cost like from $75 to $150. That's Canadian dollar. Because my school, the application fee was like 75, I think. So then you apply to the school. You can send them a mail to ask them any questions you have. You can probably contact them and, oh, this is the grade that I have, or will it be acceptable before you pay your application fee, because application fee is not refundable. So you can actually mail them and ask them, will my grade be accepted? So you will not pay that money for waste. So after applying, you have to apply with your if it's postgraduate, you have to apply with your certificates. If it's undergraduate, you have to apply with your WAEC result. They say there are some places accept NECO, but I'm not really sure. So let's go WAEC result. Then if you write IELTS, because some require you to write IELTS, English test, but sometimes you can actually like talk to your school, either your university or your secondary school. You can ask them for what's it called, for English language exemption letter. I'll post a sample. So the letter will just be stating that, oh, you've used like English is your first language, you use it to learn all your life, so you can learn in English. You don't need a test to prove that. So that's what the letter will be about. Then the next thing, if you finally secure your admission, you have to, your school might ask you to pay like one semester, or they will just ask you to pay tuition deposits. My school asked me to pay tuition deposit of $250, but because I want to apply for visa, to sound like a good chance to get, because I need a good chance in getting my visa, I actually paid one semester tuition. So after paying the deposit, I got my admission letter, because the first thing they'll give to you is offer of admission. Then for you to accept it, you have to pay the tuition deposit so that you can get your letter of admission. That's the letter you use to apply for visa. So I also paid that first semester. I got the receipt from them. So that was one of the documents I used in applying for visa. And before, first of all, you need your passport. I don't know why I forgot to mention that. You need your passport, because I heard passport takes really long now. So just if you want to do this process, you just have to apply for your passport fast, because you need your passport. I think you even need it for school application. I'm not really sure, but I know you need it. It's a must. You need your passport number for visa application. So I'll just give you guys the list of documents I use in applying for visa. There are a lot, because you need a lot of supporting documents, because they don't do interview. So it's your document that is supposed to answer any of their doubts, because you don't have the chance to like talk to them to like prove yourself. So all your documents must be in check. They must answer the question before they are asked. So list of documents I use in applying for visa. I'll do the Q and I'll answer some of your questions at the end of this video, but let me give you the list of documents used in applying for visa. So one of the first documents you need to apply for your visa is, maybe if you have if you've applied before and you've been denied once, like me, I was denied once. You use your letter of denial, because they will issue you a letter if you get denied. Then use digital passports with white background, 35mm by 45mm. International passport. That's why I say you must get your international passport fast, so that before the whole admission process will come, you get admission, your passport might be out by then, because I think it takes like 3 months now. And passport, at the time I did it, it was like 50,000, Abby. Yeah, I think so. It was like 50k naira. Then you use your birth certificate or a declaration of age document. Then you use your WAEC certificate. Then IELTS. Like me personally, I wrote IELTS. Minimum was 6.5. IELTS is the English test I was talking about. So I wrote that. I used it to apply for my visa. It worked for me, so I don't know. It's your choice if you want to use it or not. Or you can use that as English language exemption letter. But I really advise you to use IELTS, because it worked for me. Then you use your letter of confirmation of account, which is aka reference letter from your bank. You can just ask your bank to give you reference. They will know what it is. Just tell them. Then I told you I paid my tuition. It helps a lot if you pay one semester of your tuition fee. So I used the tuition receipt to still apply, to tell them that, see, we are capable, we can pay this. So I used it. I did medicals, upfront medical exam. Sometimes you have to wait for them to request for you to do medical. Me, I did upfront. So in case before they even ask if it's already there. So there's this to book medical. Medical is like 49,500 as at the time I did it. And to book the amount of time it took me like 2 weeks to get a date. I applied today, they gave me a date of 2 weeks time. So you have to do it fast, so that when you want to submit your medical receipt is already out. So you just have to plan that one up front. There's a website to book. You can just go to IOM office. They have office in Lagos and Abuja. I don't know about any other state, but I know it's Lagos and Abuja. So you can go there. You can go there to book yourself, or you can just book online, because they hardly pick call. So you can keep calling, and keep calling. They might pick your call. So you just tell them, I want to book an upfront medical exam, and they'll give you a date. They'll ask you to send your international passport data page. So you send it, then they'll give you a date. Then you do police clearance, police certificate. That one, Jesus. So let me just give you guys a small gist. Let me just give you guys a small story about that police certificate. I was living in Lagos mainland. They do this police certificate at police headquarters, Alabo Ikoyi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. They did that Ikoyi. So that's how early morning I entered road. I went to the police headquarters. I got there because it lasts for only 3 months, and you have to like do it. Let me not give you guys a of the story. So I went there. I did my thumbprint and everything, because you have to thumbprint. The police certificate is basically stating that, oh, this person is not a criminal. We have checked his data and he's clear. Not like this Nigeria, they keep any dates and thoughts. But they asked for it, so we have to give it to them. So you just tell them that, oh, you want to do police certificate, you're traveling to Canada. They'll ask you to like thumbprint, and they'll give you like police clearance certificates. Everything is like 10,000 naira. Yeah, I think 10,000 naira. I have a contact of the lady that did mine, so I can actually post it there, and you can contact her that you want to do police certificates. That's how I went there. I did my police clearance. I went back home. When I was going back home, I said, let me branch this fancy restaurant in Yaba. So I branched. After eating their very expensive food, I went home. I got home. I wanted to scan it and upload. That's when I checked for my certificate. I did not see it. No, I forgot it in cab. There's no way to contact this man. I tried my best. There's no way to contact him. So the lady, I had to go back there again to redo it. I carried another 10K. Then I entered cab again from mainland to island. I got there. This lady was like, she has been trying to contact me on Facebook, but I was not replying. I was like, Facebook? I barely use Facebook. Maybe that's why I was not replying. She said the cab guy called her, then brought it to our office, because lucky me, the lady wrote her phone number and office address on the envelope. She said she don't normally do that. I don't know why she did it for me, but the good cab guy, took the police certificate back to her. So I got there. I wanted to pay for a new one and everything. She said, oh, it's me. I've tried to contact you, blah blah blah. I was like, thank you, Mao. I should give her like 4K because of the stress she had to go through. See, immediately you get any of your documents, scan all the pages of it, not even back and front, scan all the pages of it and store it on your phone, because you don't want to misplace things that you spend money for. This whole process is very expensive, so you have to like be careful. Anyways, back to the document thing. I don't want this video to be too serious because it will be boring, and I don't want that. Let's just have fun with it. Just relax and enjoy. Then you do proof of fund. Proof of fund. Jesus, that one choke. Proof of fund is the main wahala. Is the main of the God, I say that is the main of the focus. Is the major reason why they deny people. Like, proof of fund is like the ogbon of all the deniers, all the denial reasons. So for proof of fund, you need 1 year tuition fee. I'm just giving you like estimate. 1 year tuition fee and 1 year cost of living. Like in this town now, the estimated cost of living, that is your rent, your feeding, transportation, your clothing, miscellaneous, everything is like $10,000 Canadian dollar a year. Then your tuition, my tuition fee is like 15,000 Canadian dollar. So you add that one plus cost of living, that is 25,000 Canadian dollar. 25,000 Canadian dollar times 550. I think Canadian dollar is now 550 naira. I got the bus. So 550 is the current rate of Canadian dollar to naira, the current exchange rate, times 25,000 Canadian dollar, that is 13.75. That's the amount you need in your account. But wait, relax, let me explain again for you. The money has to be more than this 13.75 in the account. One of the major reasons is that, will your sponsor not take care of the rest of his family? I would not even advise anybody to use a company account. I would advise you to use like a sponsor that is either your father or your mother or your uncle or your auntie. Be related. It should not be like third party. It should not be like a third party thing. The person should be family, so they have like more trust on, oh, this person is not going to abandon you when you travel, that kind of thing. So I really advise you to use like a family member as your sponsor. So first of all, you consider, will this person not take care of the rest of his family? Is it only you? That's why 13.7 million will not and cannot be used as statement of accounts, proof of fund, because rich. So I will advise you, because me, we use 20 something, so you get. So I will advise you not to use just this living expenses and tuition for a year. The thing should go up small, you get. So the proof of fund has to be like 6 months statement of account, like a whole 6 months, not just 1 month. It's like 6 months inflow and outflow of money. And please don't do bulk deposits. Don't do bulk deposit, because they will know. And don't just remove the money from the account after printing our statement. I think they will know too. If you want to like borrow money from somebody to like add to the money in the account, do it little by little. God, I bet me I'm not in that trouble. Do it little by little, okay? So that the thing will not be like bulk money transfer, like you just transfer 10 million naira once into the account. You get denied straight, according to my experience. So not like I work with immigration or anything. Disclaimer, I don't work with immigration, I'm not working with any school. I'm just giving you my own 2 cents. So it has to be 6 months statement of account. Then you have to like request for e-tickets. Yeah, e-ticket, just request for it from your bank. Tell them to send your account statement directly to Canadian Embassy. Then they will give you the slip. The slip has this code, so you have to submit the e-slip too. Then prove that your sponsor has enough fund, resources, income to sponsor you. Like if your sponsor has property, print out the deed of the property. Is already printed. Most of them are already printed out. So submit everything. If your sponsor has a business, print out the business certificates, add it to it. If your sponsor, you have to like do like an annual revenue for your sponsor. You have to do all the work. That's why I'm saying do a lot of research. If you're watching this video, you're also doing a research, so focus. So if your sponsor has like business, print out the business certificate, then do annual revenue for that business. I don't know if I should post like, just watch more videos on how to make annual revenue, because I did mine myself, so you can also do it yourself. So you just have to like, the annual revenue, the bottom line is to like say, okay, my sponsor has this income yearly, and this is the amount of expenses he has, so the income should be greater than the expenses. You get? Yeah, so that's what it should be about. Then let's go to the next stuff. You have to like submit birth certificate for every member of your sponsor's family. Like if he has children, if they are your siblings, if it's your parents, your siblings, birth certificates of your siblings, birth certificates of your sponsor, your parents, your uncle. I don't know who is sponsoring you, but birth certificate, their own birth certificate. So that you say, okay, their birth certificate and their current occupation. You should write that down. You can do it on maybe like your notepad, and I'll add it to the list of documents you're supposed to submit. So you like write, okay, father is this age and this is his occupation, mother, she is this age, this is her occupation, your siblings, their age and what they are doing, if they are still students, if they are working, you put it down there. Just give them plenty information so that they will not have like any doubt or anything. Add as much document as you can, okay? Because there's no interview, there's no way to prove yourself, there's no other way to prove yourself than the documents. So before they even ask the question in their head, your documents are already there to like answer it. You get, that's the list of documents. So when you have all those documents ready, you want to apply. The visa application fee is how much? Is $150. You can convert it. Then you have to pay for biometrics, which is about $85, I think. Just do your own research. I'm not really sure of these numbers, but do your own research. For the biometrics, you have to like go and submit your thumbprints. Then that biometrics lasts for about 10 years. So if you've been denied before, you already have biometrics, so you don't have to do another biometrics. Let's go to the Q&A session. Let me just try to answer your questions. So the first question, how much is visa fee? I've already said it. Visa application fee is $150. Please do your own research to confirm. Then what's the admission process like? I stated it earlier before. The admission process, you need your WAEC results. When you go to the school's websites, you see the minimum requirements they need for that particular course. There are some courses that, okay, your WAEC might not be good enough, or your BSc might not be good enough, might not meet the requirements. So that one automatically, you know that, oh, I can't apply for this course because I don't meet the minimum requirements. So you just look for the course that you meet the minimum requirement for applying. For me, the application took like a week. It was really fast. It took like a week for me to get it, but normally they say 2 weeks to a month to get admission letter. I mean, a week to a month, I don't know, but keep like asking the school for any of it. You can DM the school, you can send a mail to the school if you have any question. The next question, how easy is it to get admission or visa? Well, it depends on your credential and depends on the kind of document you are submitting. That's why I'm saying give them as much document as you can so that they will not have any doubts. Just clear their doubts. So for the admission, depending on depending on if you meet the criteria. So if you don't meet it, obviously you're not going to get it. For visa takes like how many, 4 to 12 weeks. That's about 3 months, but it varies. Mine took like 1 month. Oh Jesus, God is good. Oh, God is good. Jesus. After submitting all this plenty document, after suffering to gather them, please, God is your number one. Don't forget that, because it was not easy. From getting denied, we did not even lose hope. My parents, they tried because we used to give up. Do you know how many countries I've tried? After being denied from Canada, we tried Australia. It was really expensive. It was really high. That's why I wanted to like go there. Maybe I can work to support myself too. We tried Australia. Why did we even stop? I don't know. Did we even get to their embassy? It did not work out. That's when I started trying Poland. I tried Poland. Poland was like the most draining. Please, if you want to start any visa process, do your research. Don't let what happened to me happen to you. tripolar, we tried to get appointment date to their embassy for months. We could not. So just make your research. Oh, this thing is draining. So just focus your energy on the right side. Focus your energy on doing research. The next question, let's go. What is the embassy process like? The interview. There's no interview. That's why I'm saying package your documents well, so that, because you don't have interview, you don't have any way to prove yourself to them, so it's your documents that will speak for you. So just package yourself well, basically. Package your documents well. How long is the entire process? For admission, 1 week to 1 month. Then for the visa takes 4 weeks to 12 weeks, but sometimes it's more than that. So sometimes it can take 5 months, it can take 6 months. So it depends on the oil on your head. That's why I'm saying keep praying, because you just have to pray. Only God. Let me continue my gist. What are the documents you need? I've already explained the documents. I've stressed on the proof of fund, and I forgot to mention SOP, statement of purpose. So that SOP has to state why you are going to Canada, what you were doing before. Like, it's just personal statement. You can like make research on how to write SOP. You can look at other people's sample. Don't copy their own. Just like write your own story. Like me, I talked about ASU strike. Just try to convince them one way or the other. Just tell them, just talk like the course you are going for. You can tell them, I'm reading this course because just talk about the course you are going for. Then you have to like give them reason why you will come back to your own country, because obviously they need to know that you're coming back to your own country, because that's one of the major reasons of denial too. So you have to like prove to them that, my family is still in Nigeria, or my parents have like a land, or you shall tell them that your family is still in Nigeria. Just convince them that you are coming back. Convince them one way or the other. Your statement of purpose should be powerful, because that's another way. That's like the document that will seal everything up. Yeah, I've explained the documents you need. Thank you. Then this person said, please tell us the necessary documents you need to take along with you. Let me just try to round up, because this video is becoming too long. So I'll try to like cut it short as much as I can. Let me just answer the last question and we are done. So somebody asked how much my flight ticket cost. My flight ticket was 821,000, I think. Yeah, I had to pay like to and fro. So you have to have questions to answer them in the next video. So we'll come to the end of this vlog, not the vlog, video. We'll come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe so we'll get to 1,000. Thank you for watching. Bye.